Hey everybody, this is Keith in so-called Braintree, and as you can see, we're in the middle of this bombogenesis cyclone winter blizzard that you've been hearing so much about. Now I had planned to go today to check out the high tide, but since there was this added weather effect, I thought that maybe we could talk about multiple symptoms of the planetary death fever that we're going through, aka global warming. From a first-hand account. So I'm going to take y'all into Boston so we can see the effects of this blizzard and the sea level at the same time. So as you can see from this map, most of the planet is burning up, but the US empire is being consumed by this cold air blast that's come down from the Arctic. That's because the Arctic jet stream, which normally keeps that kind of cold air in the Arctic, has been weakened by global warming. Now, as I said before, this is a symptom of planetary death fever, the imbalances and the convulsions taking place across planet Earth as a result of basically colonization, capitalism, and industrialization, and the way that we've geoengineered the planet through these processes. Now, in order for a storm like this so-called bomb cyclone to get so powerful as it is, there needs to be an incredibly strong source of energy, of heat in the ocean to power a storm and to bring the pressure within the storm to lower and lower, which ultimately creates a stronger storm. Obviously, global warming means warmer oceans, and as we've seen in the hurricanes that have wrecked the Caribbean and the Gulf South this year, the warmer the oceans are, the stronger these kinds of storms are. Now, they're calling it a bombogenesis, but it may as well be something out of the book of Genesis, because this is some serious fall of Babel, Noah's flood type of stuff. And being in Boston, you kind of got the feeling like this was some kind of, like, I don't want to say end times, but I mean, look at the tide right there. This was kind of out of control. So as I was walking around, I saw that the news was there, and when I talked to some of the reporters, they were not even covering this as a climate change story. They were covering, the blizzard and even the flooding as like a natural kind of freak weather event. But, make no mistake, there's nothing natural about the kind of global warming that we're seeing. And even though our con man, Cheeto-in-chief, Mr. Trump, does not believe in global warming, it's happening, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get much worse, especially if we don't stop burning coal, oil, and natural gas immediately. Here you can see the sea level at not even full high tide is coming up over the seawall, right onto the harbor walk, in the midst of some of the most expensive residences in Boston. As you can see on some of the steps, you can see in the lower right corner, the sea level was that much higher, where that first step is completely bare of ice. Here's another wharf in Boston through that alley. Again, the water coming up right over the seawall, right onto the harbor walk. This is not going anywhere, folks. This is the future that we are all going to be living with. I mean, there's a lot we can do about it, but at the same time, we kind of have to get down to business. I was able to go down under one of those big buildings and see one of their parking garages. Someone told me that this was only the middle level of the parking garage, and that there was even more flooding on the bottom level, which I will show you in just one second. This shit's crazy. As you can see behind me, bubbling right out of the... At that point, security asked me to leave, so I'm just going to wrap up this video and say, till next time, stay warm, y'all.